The Martinez family decided to spend their vacation in the small and secluded coastal town of Santa Bruma. They rented an old house located by the sea and surrounded by a thick pine forest. From the first day, the atmosphere of the place was unsettling, but they attributed it to the tranquil and mysterious ambiance of the area. On the first night, Clara, the youngest daughter, heard murmurs that seemed to come from the sea. As she looked out the window, she saw nothing unusual. But in the following nights, the whispers became clearer and more frequent. They sounded like voices, as if someone or something was trying to communicate. With her, Clara began to feel a presence in the house, a sensation of being watched, that only grew over time. One early morning, terrified, Clara woke up her parents. Her father, to reassure her, went out onto the porch, and although everything seemed normal at first, he noticed something strange, blurry figures emerging from the sea-like shadows gliding towards the shore. He decided not to alarm the family, but from that moment on, he also started to hear the whispers. As the week went by, the whispers not only grew more intense, but now they could be heard even during the day. Clara began to see shadows moving around the house and among the trees in the nearby forest. The family, increasingly disturbed, decided to take a walk on the beach in hopes of easing the tension. But on the beach, the usually calm sea started to churn, and the air became charged with a strange oppression. Suddenly, Clara pointed towards the horizon where a tall, thin figure emerged from the water, followed by many more. They were shadows with shining eyes, advancing towards them from the sea. Terrified, the family ran back to the house and barricaded themselves inside. But the whispers became deafening, and something started to pound on the wooden walls, as if the shadows were outside, demanding entry. That night, Clara was the first to disappear. Her parents found her in a trance, staring at the sea from the window. Before they could stop her, she opened the door and walked towards the figures, waiting for her on the beach. Her father ran after her, but when he reached her, she was already surrounded by the shadows. Clara looked at him with a voice that was not her own and said, "Daddy, come with us." Then everything went dark. The next morning, the house was empty, with the doors open and the wind blowing inside. The neighbors, unable to find any trace of the Martinez family, only noticed footprints leading to the sea. No one in Santa Bruma ever spoke of them again, but the whispers in the waves never ceased. Tourists who visit the town often recount hearing strange whispers at night, but the locals know that those who hear the whispers of Santa Bruma inevitably vanish, drawn in by the shadows that inhabit the sea.